So hey everyone, we are live today with Pooja. She is the founder of Synergy Garments Expert Care, and really excited to have her. So I met her at IIM Bangalore with NSR Cell, and it was so good to meet her, and she's one of the most excited people I have met. I am really excited to have her. So just waiting for her to join us. So does anyone have any question, like would you like to know anything, like what's the journey of a chartered accountant? So I am a CA, and yes, so well, cutting it short, Pooja is here. Hi Pooja. Just a second. Hi Pooja.
Hi, so good to see you.
Same here. How are you?
I'm
So
good,
good to
I'm good.
see you.
How are you?
I'm doing good. So tell me, Pooja, so we are here to listen to your entrepreneurial journey. And so tell me, how has it been for you, and when did you start your business? And please start with telling us something about your business.
Okay, so since you know everything about my business, I'll just share something with your audience. So we started in the year 2010, right? I started this business right out of college. We always wanted to, explore the journey of entrepreneurship. I was very sure from school days itself that I wanted to enter business. And right out of college, we decided that, okay, fine, that, me and my friends, we decided that we have to pursue something related to business. So we did a lot of research. We wanted to get into the food line, we wanted to get into the theater line, we wanted to do a lot of things. And then we finally zeroed down on laundry and dry cleaning business because this service was not available in our city. So Jamshedpur is a Tier B city, right? So a lot of these services were not available when we were in, we just got out of college. We found it very difficult to, get some professional laundry services back in the city. We used to take like, here the people were taking like 15 days to deliver processed garments. So it was very difficult for us to, uh, avail these services here. So like, we heard in the Goldman Sachs program that when you start solving a problem, you find a good business idea. It was exactly like that for us. We found a problem and we decided that we need to come up with a solution for this, this problem which was there in the city. And then we decided that, okay, fine, we will give the city a very imported setup, and we decided to, do a lot of Google and research about whatever is happening. And then we came out with this idea of getting into the laundry line. And then 2010 synergy happened, and we were like just out of college, and very naive, and we didn't know anything about business. So that's how it happened. The journey has been very I wouldn't say tough, but it has been very interesting because I think business teaches you a lot on a personal level. I think you would also agree with it, all these things. So yeah, it's been a great journey all these days.
That's so true. Tell me how I actually want to talk to you about your presence online. So so as normally how the laundry system is that the person comes, takes your
Right,
clothes and goes, and they
right,
do the stuff, they do the
right.
pressing and all. And if some dry cleaning or something is required, you just give it. So that's a purely personal service. So other than that, like what is your business structure? How do you provide the service?
So, right, generally, this is like a very 2022 kind of a service because after COVID, everything has gone online, right? A lot of people don't prefer going to stores. They prefer taking a lot of home delivery, especially when it comes to, services like this. Laundry is supposed to be a very boring thing to do. I think in every household, I think that is the last thing that people want to touch. So,
True.
this is a 2022, kind of a thing. But initially, when we started, we everything was on, it was a walk-in store. So our model was that the machines were put to display. The dry cleaning machine was put to display, and people could actually see the clothes getting cleaned right in front of them. So
Okay.
I'm talking about dry cleaning. I'm not talking about laundry. Laundry, laundromats, there are many wherein people just
Yeah.
walk in and they, offload their load and the machine does the cleaning and then they dry it and they take it back. That is there. But then apart from that, what we used to do was the dry cleaning machine was put to display, which was a very new thing for the city then, back then. But
Hmm.
now I think it has become very, very, regular. But still, a lot of laundromats are gaining a lot of popularity. Mostly laundry related, machinery is gaining popularity. So that is how even now, I think 2020 we had the machine. Till 2022, that is till August, we had our machinery on display. But now we have moved to a very different model. We have moved to a hub and spoke model wherein the entire workshop is centralized. So now the place where we had the machinery on display is an individual store. That is how it works right now. Initially, we had the machinery on display, but now people know very well that, okay, fine, these guys have the machinery and these guys are honest and this is what they use. So now that trust factor has already been built with, my audience, the people who actually avail our service, my customers. That is how it
Okay.
works right now.
Okay. So saying that, how much of your practice is online? So sorry, not practice. How much of your business is online? So like, do you have you set up an online system where you get the orders online, or is it the age-old personal service? कि आजू बाजू के building वाले they only come to you.
नहीं,
How is it?
आजू बाजू के बिल्डिंग वाले तो है ही. That is always there because your biggest business
Yeah.
when it comes to laundry and food, I think, comes from your 5 kilometer radius. You have to
True.
be capable to cater to that neighborhood, and only then you can actually move further, right? So
Yes.
most of our, since it's a tier B city, I will tell you how a city works. Even when they have to buy something as basic as maybe sugar or a grocery item, also people prefer taking the car and driving and coming to the place and then buying that stuff and coming back. That is the very Jamshedpur habit. The audience has that
Okay.
habit over here because there are very less avenues to spend, right?
Gotcha.
That is a way of entertainment. So if they have to, they find ways of getting out of the house. So most of our business is done on the store, but after COVID, that has actually changed. Now people are actually availing the home delivery service when they don't have the time or anything like that. But still, most of our business is still very much in the store. I mean, I think most of it is still in the store. People still want to come and see where they are giving their clothes, especially when it comes to your expensive stuff like lehengas or
Yeah.
saris or designer stuff.
Sure.
Right? People are
That I definitely
actually
agree. I mean,
they
yeah.
are apprehensive about the fact that I don't know, I can't trust. How do I trust the delivery person who is coming home? They have
True.
that those kind of things in their head. So once that thing
Yeah.
is over, people overcome that, then I think they become very comfortable with giving their garments online or even on a home pickup basis. But till that trust factor is built, people would actually like to come to the store, especially when it is a dry cleaning business. Laundry, yes, they will offload. Happily, they will offload, no problem. But when it comes to dry cleaning, they have to come to the store and see that, okay, my expensive garments are being taken care of and it is done by the right crowd. can do this.
That is very true. So even my personal DC person, whoever does my DC, so he comes and takes the clothes from my house.
Right.
So I am like ये DC करना है, बराबर से करना है, ये है वो है. So it's like I eat his head off before actually giving my garments to him. So yeah, I think this laundry business is one such business which may be very difficult to big for such a business. Where a big chunk of it can actually go online. Can just order laundry online, right?
Right.
So I, yeah, definitely agree. I think most of the such businesses they are
And
still
mostly,
offline in nature.
this is a very, personal thing. जैसे कि किसी को शर्ट हैंगर में चाहिए, किसी को शर्ट फोल्ड चाहिए, किसी को लहंगा हैंगर में चाहिए, किसी को लहंगा फोल्ड चाहिए. It is a very personal thing. So if you are giving instruction to the pickup guy or the delivery guy, I'm not even sure he will pass on the information to the right person. This is the instruction. And if he misses out, then you miss out on customer service. That this is what I'd instructed, and you're delivering it back
It's not
in a very
happening.
different way. So that all these things are there now. And overall also, I've seen, like, in the past, I've been into business like for 12 years now, and I have seen this industry pivot majorly. I mean, from the time I started till now, till whatever is happening, the international scene, everything is very different. The kind of stuff that is happening abroad is like insane. I mean, that kind of concepts, if it comes into the country, very good. It might take some time. I don't know how much time will that take, but yeah, the
Can you can you
concepts are.
can you talk about that? Can you talk about that, please?
So,
What's happening?
like I have seen some outlets in the international sector where they have, like, they are doing, they have some like proper cafes inside, plus the laundromat is right beside it, and they are, the washing is going on, and the youth is actually having coffee and chilling. So, you are actually attracting the Gen Z, the millennial crowd, if you know what I'm trying to say. Mostly
Yeah.
laundry crowd is like, people who are already in the married age group, and they have kids. Next generation crowd, and only probably then, the industry would actually come up, because you have to speak, the Gen Z is the one that speaks in, your language, and builds the brand, you could say. Ami, can you hear me?
Yeah, just a second. There's some issue. Just a second.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Please go on. Sorry. Yeah.
So that's what I was saying, that the Gen Z has to feel, it's like beauty parlors. How was beauty parlor like, 20 25 years back, and now people really spend that kind of money going to a professional beauty parlor. That is the kind of upliftment that the industry needs right now, and that can only happen when you cater to the next generation and the Gen Z crowd. People from the age group of 25 to 30, they start using the laundry service, at least the wash and fold kind of a scene. If that is also used, they might come into the habit of getting the laundry. That is what the country needs, I feel. So after 35 40, the main crowd comes after 35 40 for dry cleaning. So before that, so it is only, it is very basic. So that is my take right now. That is what I'm seeing in the industry, and a lot of things are
Yeah.
changing, especially shoe cleaning, and the kind of shoe cleaning that is happening internationally is insane, beautifully done.
Yeah.
So
So
people are willing to spend, if you're buying a Gucci or something, they are willing to spend like 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees to clean that shoe,
to
or four
clean
thousand
that.
rupees, right? But in otherwise, in general, people may not want to spend. अब 1,000 1,500 के जूते में, people think कि okay, should I spend like 1,000 to seven
Obviously.
hundred rupees? Yeah, they will spend like 200 300 rupees. So all these things matter when, purchasing
Yeah.
power, and what is the price of the garment, and all these things. So that's
And
how.
years to our youth joining the cleaning revolution.
I'm trying my level best, but still long way to go, you know. It's an insane industry. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I never, you could say that when I entered, everything was calculated except one small thing, and that small thing led to a very big, issue. Like, since it's a very labor-intensive industry, and plus
yeah,
our machinery is imported, but the clothes are Indian. So, coming up with a permutation and a combination wherein you could actually process Indian garments in a, imported machinery, that also takes a skill set. It is something that you
true.
learn over a period of time. Plus, laundry business is not
Yeah,
something that someone can teach you. There is no training school. There is nothing, like that. So it's something that
so
no one
true.
can teach you. It has to be learned hands-on. That and it comes with
So
practice.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the problems are so tangible. It's right there in front of you, and even if something goes amiss, the cost of that mistake is very high.
very
So
high, very
yeah,
high. So it is like when your customers are coming to give you the garments, they'll be like, it's not very expensive. Why are you charging? But if something happens to that garment, it'll all the sentimental value and all the price list, everything will come out right in front of you. That this is, oh my God, this is like when 20,000 का साड़ी हो गया, मेरा 25,000 का लहंगा हो गया, मेरी सास ने मुझे गिफ्ट दिया है, all of that, So all these
definitely.
things. I've been there. I see that every day, happening
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
when your customers are walking in. So now I'm used to it. Initially, it was a very big shock.
So true. And if let's say a Zomato order is not well, or some mistake has happened, you can still reimburse. You can maybe,
Right,
order or deliver another, replacement or something or the same thing. But in your business, it's very difficult. You cannot
right,
replace
right.
that,
You
right?
you have to
So,
reimburse. It goes into
yeah,
negotiation mode. So it is very difficult,
it's
and plus
very
it is something that
difficult.
you cannot ascertain. Whatever the customer says, you indirectly have to agree to
Have to
whatever the
believe. True,
customer says.
true.
So that is one thing which is a bit of a problem in our industry. But
Yeah.
then I think every business has its pros and cons.
No,
So
yeah.
you have to deal with it, and you have to aim perfection. I know perfection cannot happen. You cannot achieve 100%. You can minimize your risk.
You
Say,
can only try.
yeah,
Yes.
you just try every day, and that is how things work when it comes to business. So that's
So,
how it is.
Pooja, one question. So according to you, what are the toughest stains, and how can we wash
So,
it at home, or
so
how can
number
you help us?
See,
Tell
so,
us.
so number one, I think most of the stains, I have to tell you about one of our services. We do a lot of stain removal,
Yes,
which is
please,
actually one
please.
of our specialty. But see, stain removal is very subjective when it comes. It depends on the garment, it depends on the color, it depends on how old your stain is. My suggestion to all the ladies out there, one small hack, and this is something that I've seen, even our mothers also do it. I mean, I've seen them not wash the saris for like years. They use it like for 4, 5, 7, 8 years, and it is just worn and folded and then kept, in the wardrobe. It is not cleaned and then kept. So what happens is
Yeah,
that whenever it goes into, a laundry or a dry cleaning store, there are chances of damage because you have not maintained it that way. It is not the dry
mm,
cleaner's fault. You have to maintain that, garment. You have to actually show the sun, take it out in the sun and do all of that, and at least clean it up and keep. That is point number one. The toughest stains, like you asked me, there is one stain when your garment, you know, it turns brown. If you must have noticed that, say, you have kept a garment for like 6 months or 8 months or 1 year in your wardrobe, and you take it out and you see these brown, very dark brown spots. If those kind of spots come into your garment, no one can clean it, nothing can happen. You have to discard the garment. It is as good as
oh,
gone. Right. So that
okay.
is one stain. Otherwise, apart from that, I think most of the stains we are able to, manage with a lot of experience looking at the color and looking at the nature of the stain. But what my suggestion would be that always go to a professional launderer. Do not argue on rates, because if you are arguing on rates, it is going to show on your, garment that,
The final product.
yeah, the
Yeah,
final product will not look good. So when you tell the launderer that jo lena hai le lo, lekin karke de do, he will actually take the effort to do it. But if you start haggling with the launderer that okay fine, you reduce my rates and you give me a 20% discount or 30% discount, I mean he will not take the interest to do it. The personal interest is gone. That kind of
True,
a
true. I
professional
totally
dry cleaner
agree.
will always charge you. Okay, that is the way you identify a professional launderer.
True,
uh,
true.
he will always charge because petrochemical substitutes are very, very expensive. I mean, they are not cheap, right? It's only someone who's not using the right product is going to charge you less. Someone who's using the right product will always charge you more, and that is how you identify a proper dry cleaner. And that is my hack to you.
No,
So next time when you give, please check the rate list and then you give.
no, I totally agree. If you want professional expert services, it does not come cheap. All right. If it
Right,
is cheap, then there is a problem.
right,
I definitely agree with
right,
this. Same goes for any kind of professional services.
right.
Um, so Pooja, I have met you, and personally, you are like a ball of energy, and I think in a very small amount of time, we have become like such good friends. So
Right.
just tell me, like, based on whatever your entrepreneurial journey has been, what did you learn, and what are the three main points which you would like to share with us today? You know,
So if you're
from
asking
the
me,
bottom of your heart, yeah.
yeah, so if you ask me from a general perspective, I think business involves a lot of patience. Oh God, that's the patience level that is needed for any kind of business. I mean, see, every business is very, very basic. Patience, consistency, these things are not just words. I mean, I think they are all a world in itself. That is how business works. And plus, I think
Agree.
after the Goldman Sachs program, I have also realized that, you have to constantly keep learning and you need to keep the child within you alive. If you stop learning, then I think your business directly stops growing. That is the second thing. And the third
So true.
thing, and the third thing would be that, you need to be surrounded by the right kind of people who really pull you up. Your first set of circle always matters. So if you have those kind of people around you who can actually pull you up and who really have some kind of vested interest in you and who are, you know, primarily motivated to see you grow, those are the kind of people that you should be, hanging out with. And that is exactly what happened when we met. We were
Yes.
inspired and we met so many people doing so many things, so we also felt, energized. That was such a big energy factor. And that is what is needed. Once we get back to work, we are constantly surrounded by so many issues that we don't get any clarity. So we need to have that
True.
kind of circle, first circle who are genuinely interested in your growth and who genuinely want to see you flourish in life. Only then I think after that, the business is all about practical experience. No one can teach you how to do business. Nobody.
That's so true.
Right.
And each business is different. Like, and yours is one of a very, I think, a niche business where you see laundromats everywhere, like, but in each and every, a certain, after certain kilometers you will. But then the way each and every different laundromat functions is so different from each other.
Yes.
Their
Yes.
relationship management, the
Yes.
way, what kind of materials they use, what kind of service they provide, it is so,
Yes.
so different. And
Yes.
saying that still most of them are really still offline. So I think it is we have managed to not cook and get everything delivered at home,
Right.
even food. But
Right.
the when clothing is concerned, it is still a very interpersonal relationship.
Right.
So I think yeah, that is I mean
So
the
the
kind of
only one
customers.
still survive is because there is a very big trust factor which is built. That trust factor goes on from generation. It's like a jewelry business. मेरे पापा देते
Yeah,
थे यहाँ पे कपड़ा, मेरे पापा अब मैं भी देता हूँ, मेरे बच्चे भी देंगे. That kind of a thing. We have generational dry cleaners also who have been into this business for like three from the past two generations or three generations. So the trust factor is
true.
very, very different with them. So it's a
Yeah,
family kind of a thing कि वहीं पे कपड़ा देना है, वो और कहीं देना नहीं है. That is how
true.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So well, it was great talking to you, Pooja. Thank you for taking the
Great
time
talking to
out.
you too, Ami. It's so good to see you. I can't even tell you. So good to see old
I
friends.
know. I know.
You know.
Yeah, so I'm getting very nostalgic now. I'm really, really missing you. Yeah.
I'm also, yeah, I've always been like, from the past, from the time I've returned, I've been very, it's a different world out there. I thought that I would
Yeah,
eventually get over it, but I think that feeling it's not going away in the near future, at least,
yeah.
that is how
I'm
it is.
hoping it should not. Yeah,
I'm
and
hoping so. I hope to get,
yeah,
I hope that we get to meet soon in person also. Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
So it's
Thank you,
great
Pooja.
talk
Bye.
catching up. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. See ya.
You too. Bye.